What's up, YouTube? Picked up a 41mm yellow Rolex Oyster Perpetual. When these, I haven't seen many of these on YouTube. I've seen big theme Oyster Perpetual videos, but I don't know if I've seen a yellow dial dedicated video at this point. You know, once I saw these dials come out, this was the one that I had to have. I don't think that this is a good one and only piece, especially like the yellow dial or the red dial or the turquoise dial or the green dial. I think that the black, the blue, and the silver dials can be one and only pieces. But for me, who has a collection, I focused on the more flashier dials, and ultimately I like the yellow one the best. I would say red was second for me. If you're, by the way, just, if you're looking for a gift for your girlfriend or your wife or whatever, and she has a lot of Tiffany's, turquoise jewelry, that turquoise dial to me would look really, really nice with some of those, with whatever other accessories she already has. But for me, it was the yellow dial. Obviously, very, very simple. Three-hander, no date. Very, very what's thin. I don't know. It's got to be like 10 millimeters, maybe a little more than that. But super, super simple. What is nice is that they added the extension link in here. Which is really actually a good tool. I mean, it's nice to have the dive watch, glide lock system, but that's really not necessary. All you really need is 5 millimeters here and there, and you'll be good. And that's what this has. So that's a nice little touch that they added. What else can I say about this guy? As far as we put on the wrist, as far as size, I think initially some people were thinking that the 41 was going to be too big. Like why change it from the 39? But if you look at it, to me, when I look at it on my wrist, I'm like, is this really 41 millimeters? I don't think it's big at all. I actually think it looks like a 39 or even a 38 to me. But it is a 41. And so I think if anyone thought that the size was going to be too big, I think you can just you should be happy to know that, at least in my opinion, that it's perfectly fine. What else can I say about this guy? Yeah, again, if it's going to be a complementary piece, I think the colorful dials make sense. If you're going to go with a one and only, again, I think the silver dial is probably the way to go. I think that's the most interesting of the silver, the black, and the blue. I like the touches of gold on there. But with that said, if you're going to go one and only and you're going to go really simple three-hand, I wouldn't recommend an Oyster Perpetual. If your budget permits it, I would step up. I'd get the Rolex Explorer one. I'd step up. I'd get the Rolex Milgauss. I think those watches are just way more interesting. This is super simple. I really honestly don't think I'm going to be keeping this. I thought I was going, I bought it for the dial, and the dial is nice, but when I look at it in my case, I'm just like, when am I ever going to really pick this thing up and wear it when I have so many other pieces that I prefer more? But again, I think that I still do think the yellow dial is the way to go of the colorful options. But I just don't think it's going to get enough wrist time from me, and I'd rather somebody else enjoy it. But if you have any questions on this piece, feel free to shoot me a comment. If you've looked at any of my other videos, you'll see that I try to be very good at responding. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in again, and hopefully this helps some of you guys. Bye.